Hi, everybody. Wednesday afternoon coming up on 4 o'clock. We have rain showers in the area right now, not a lot, but some on this late Wednesday afternoon. I still expect rain to pick up overnight. And when I say overnight, I'm talking about 11 or midnight along the coast, and then overnight into the valley. Several hours of fairly steady rain. That comes into early tomorrow morning. It looks like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. That breaks up to scattered showers, maybe earlier. And then it's decreasing showers Thursday overall in the afternoon, although there could still be a heavier shower or two around. And the snow levels have been at 4,000 feet. They'll stay at 4,000 feet tonight, and they'll stay at 4,000 feet tomorrow. Total rainfall potential for tonight through tomorrow for the Willamette Valley, about 1/4 of an inch. Could be a little bit more than that, maybe 4/10 of an inch over along the coast. And then I still think Friday is a pretty quiet day with a shower chance. So nothing earth shattering about any of that. What the headline is this continued track of growing confidence that Arctic air is going to become a big player as we go into next week across a good chunk of the country and perhaps here in the Pacific Northwest. So I want to give you some detailed updates on what the models are showing right now. And let's begin with looking at the air mass map. So again, this is color coded, and this is Friday afternoon, this upcoming Friday afternoon. And this is the 5,000 foot, 850 millibar temperature map where we consider the air mass temperatures that kind of migrate around our area and what we're doing. So you see some cool weather offshore, some colder air up here in purple and green in Canada. It still looks like there's a cold front now coming in Saturday morning. You can see the air right here, Saturday afternoon in green. This is cooler air feeding in off the Pacific. This is not Arctic air, but this is a good bit of chilly temperatures. And I still think snow levels during the day Saturday will drop to 2,000 feet. So that will be winter storm conditions over the Cascades this coming Saturday. And then there's a bit of a break on Sunday. But then we go into next week, and there are weather systems on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now, I mentioned Sunday is going to be fairly quiet. Now, here's Monday. Again, cool across much of the West, but we're still primarily feeding off of water temperatures off the Pacific. Monday snow levels, 3,000 feet. They could even go above Cascade Pass levels briefly. Now there's a front coming in Tuesday morning. This is cold air in the Pacific in green. This is air getting colder up into Canada. The snow level on Tuesday, by the way, potentially gets down well below 2,000 feet. And now here's Wednesday. See this purple color up in Canada? This is Arctic air that's developing into Canada. And notice how it grows. This is Thursday of next week. This is Friday of next week. This is air cold enough into Montana and the Dakotas where high temperatures during the day will be below zero. And it's air positioning itself over the northern Rockies that there's the potential that this will give us what I call an east wind pull through the gorge, and it would collide with any potential Pacific moisture coming in and give us at least a threat of some snow or ice. I think, well, I hate to say snow or ice at this point. So wintry precipitation at lowest elevations. Now this is Friday. This is January 12th. Here it is Saturday. This is a week from this Saturday. Still really cold air up in Canada where you see the purple. Very cold air Sunday the 14th. Arctic air mass we're still tracking on Monday the 15th. This is all potentially well below normal temperatures here at home with ongoing low snow level storms in the Cascades and at least several opportunities for there to be snow or ice at lower elevations. We are still tracking cold weather on Tuesday the 16th, Wednesday the 17th. Now it's moderating on Thursday, January 18th, and then pretty much dissipates after that. So this is a long stretch of potential cold weather that we are going to be tracking. Now, I want to take you through some maps that I did still images grabs off of, and these are individual storm fronts. Now, realize the timing of what I'm going to show you will likely change. The actual positionings of the front and the low pressure centers will likely change. But again, there's a lot of cold air to be drawn from or off of. So I just want to show you today exactly what the models are showing. This is the American GFS model. The first front of note is the one coming in Saturday at 5 a.m. In blue, here's the cold front. Now, notice the wind. Here's a high. The wind blows around the contours or isobars of that surface high. This is a northwest flow pattern. This dashed line I've talked about before is a thickness density indicator. 540, 34, 20. This is all 2,000 feet snow levels in the Cascades. See the curve right here up into this area behind it? That's all 2,000 feet snow levels coming in during the day. But it's primarily westerly flow. That's rain for the valley, snow level 2,000 feet in the Cascades, and some decent wind. All right, here's Monday, 7 a.m., the second system I'm following. Two things I want you to notice. Number one, here's all the Arctic air up in Canada. The boundary of the Arctic air here in the west holds up across the Dakotas, Montana, curls up over northern Idaho, and then up into the northeastern corner of Washington, okay? So the Arctic air, the coldest air, stays away from us. Again, this is this coming Monday at 7 a.m. The front initially is a warm front, comes in with a south to west wind flow, and then the front itself comes in. Now, as this front comes in, it might actually pull somewhat of an east wind flow eventually. And there's an outside chance there could be a valley mix, although really I think Monday primarily is snow levels above 2,000 feet and maybe even closer to 3,000 or 4,000 feet, which would be primarily rain here in the valley. Again, there's some indications that people have been watching a chance of a snowflake, but I really don't think Monday's anything to concern ourselves with other than more needed snow in the Cascades. Front number 3, Tuesday, 10 a.m. The front is already passed. Here it is, my blue line. The front's passed. That's a west wind flow. Now, again, here's the frontal boundary of the Arctic air. Watch my cursor. This blue line, Arctic air down into North Dakota, Montana, again, northern Idaho, almost down into central Washington. Cold air coming in off the Pacific. Look at these contours, 40, 34, 28, 22. That is Pacific air, cold enough to drop snow levels down to at least 500 feet with snow or a wet mix with the flow pattern coming in off the Pacific. But here's the deal. So that's snow below 1,000 feet. Next Tuesday, really worth watching, right? Now here's the same system on Wednesday. What's happened is the Arctic boundary has come a little bit farther south into Washington. This is Wednesday at 7 a.m. The main surface low drops down over Newport, puts us on the northern end of the northern edge of this low. And remember, north of a low is the snow zone. So what I'm seeing right here, it follows the counterclockwise circulation, pardon me, around this low. This is cyclonic, I may have said that wrong. This is cyclonic wind coming around the low, which is an east wind pattern developing. The cold Arctic air during the day, Wednesday's boundary could actually come all the way into us. An east wind would be feeding off of cold Arctic air with there being some Pacific moisture. So this could be all snow down to sea level, developing during the day on Wednesday, if that's exactly correct. Again, cyclonic flow around that low. Here is Thursday at 4 p.m. of next week. Here's the Arctic boundary. Remember I said Wednesday the Arctic boundary would drop south of our area? Here it is in the southern and central Oregon. So any moisture Thursday, I don't care what the wind direction is, any moisture of next week would be snow down to sea level. And it just so happens that the flow pattern is from the east, which doubles down on the confidence anything that follows Thursday of next week would be snow. Too early to tell if we're talking about big chunks of moisture or little chunks of moisture. And again, this could change. Maybe the cold to Arctic air boundary ends up holding across North Dakota and northern Washington. But for now, it looks like it drops into our area. So there's a lot of things to keep track of. This map here is courtesy of KGW TV. This shows total snowfall from tomorrow, the 4th of January, tomorrow, through next Friday, January 12th. And what it's showing you is, I think this is actually 5,000 feet in the atmosphere, 5,000 feet, which is Mount Hood and Meadows base. It's showing you the potential of a cumulative 58 inches of snowfall, basically starting this Saturday, and then several shots of heavier snow through next Friday. Now, if that's the case, don't worry about the snow, the low snow amounts over the valley. That may or may not happen. But in the Cascades, if we get 58, 60 inches of snow next week, we'll go from a snowpack that's 29% of normal all the way up to about 50% of normal. That would be a rapid jump start of our slow start to the Cascade snow season. That would be great news. Again, courtesy of my friends, I work for them, KGW TV. Next Friday, January 12th, just shows you in purple that Arctic air. This particular model brings the Arctic air down over Oregon and Washington. Again, not sure if this is correct, but that's the way it looks right now. Holy cow. What an abrupt change from what has been, or what was, a record mild December. Could we actually be cold for a couple weeks in January, cold enough that January would And below normal temperature-wise, maybe. Here's my Mount Hood snow forecast, courtesy of Hillcrest Ski Shop in Gresham. Thank you. Really good folks. 2 to 4 inches tomorrow, 4,000 feet. Not much Friday, 3,000 foot. Saturday, there's the winter storm conditions with snow levels down to 2,000 feet, 10 to 16 inches of snow. Not much Sunday, 2 to 4 inches of Monday. That's that day I was talking about. Maybe there's a snow mix, but I mean, the snow level I think is going to get up to 4,000 feet. So obviously that would be rain in the valley. And then Portland 7-day, 49 tomorrow, early rain and showers, shower chance, but not much Friday. Saturday's a rainy day, half of an inch of rain or more, some gusty winds. Sunday could be quiet. There's a shower chance, but could be dry, 35 to 44. Monday, 37 to 44. Tuesday, rainy, 30 to 44. Wednesday could start off at 40 degrees and then slip into the mid-30s with a rain-snow mix during the day, and then maybe going to all snow showers Wednesday night into Thursday. Again, time for things to change, but lots to keep an eye on, and confidence is growing at the very least that there will be a massive cold Arctic air mass that we will be keeping track of for a week to 2 weeks starting next week. So I will keep you updated. Thanks for watching my videos. Hit subscribe if you have not. Tell your friends about it. My weather site's portlandweather.com, and I will talk to you soon.